to talk about why these three different systems will help in the design aspect of your system. I'm telling you, design on your solar system is pretty much 50% of your production. And then installation, of course, is the other 50%. But if you don't have a good design, you will not have a good productive system working for 25 years for you. And that is, can't begin to tell you how huge it is, because these systems can be very expensive. These systems here can range anywhere between $2,000, I've seen them all the way up to $50,000. So the last thing you want is to install a system that isn't producing at its full potential throughout the course of 25 years or 35 years, however long it lasts. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about a little bit about SMA and how it works. SMA has called a string system. So basically, you have all these modules that are up on your roof or on a ground mount, or on a pole mount, however you want to install it. But I only, for simplicity's sake, only just designed 3 of them. I'm not the best drawer in the world. I can't draw very well, but these are modules, okay? And each module is connected to another module and another module. So this system here, as far as reference is concerned, is called an array, okay? So what happens is what we do is we put these systems on the roof and we connect them in series, and it's called a string. So we have 2 strings here that are connected in series that go to a junction box right up here that's on your roof. And so normally this is not outside of the panel. I just put it up here so you can see it, but normally these are mounted right underneath the module so you wouldn't see it. But it goes to all these wires here that are in a string, goes to this junction box, and this is all DC voltage, okay? So this DC voltage goes into here, and this is in strings here. It probably connects parallel into this junction box, and then these DC circuit, which is called the PV output circuits for references in the code book, goes to this inverter, okay? And this is where the magic happens. This is where the DC to AC conversion takes place. And so after that takes place, by code, it has to go to a disconnect. So this is an AC disconnect. And then it goes to whatever net metering system you want to do, and then from there it goes into your panel. So what is a great feature about an SMA inverter? In my opinion, we like this the most because it's the only inverter out on the market that actually has a plug. Well, this is of course design of one, but this is a standard plug like you would put in your outlet, right? And why does this inverter have that? Because it's the only inverter on the market that when the sun is down, because when the sun is down, your whole system shuts down, right? You all know that, right? On a grid tie, when the grid is down, your solar is down. But this is the only inverter that has a 1500 watt plug that when the grid is down, you can access 1500 watts of power here as long as the sun is shining. So that could act as a slight backup generator, if you ask me. I've installed some of these systems where they like this feature so much that they have had 2 of these inverters installed. So they run multiple strings, one inverter with one 1500 watt plug and another one with another 1500 watt plug. So it gives them technically 3000 watts of power that they can tap into. Now, 1500 watts of power is technically not that much power. You can technically, make coffee or run a blender or, charge your cell phones, stuff like that. Maybe run a refrigerator during the day, as the sun is shining. So when the sun is shining, this is working, and when the sun is not shining, it, of course, doesn't produce power. And it's a non-battery backup, so you don't have to worry about that. It just strictly works off the sun and produces power off the inverter. Okay, so that's a great feature. Okay, then we have another system that's called Enphase. Okay, Enphase is called a microinverter, and the difference between that is in the SMA is that these modules have the AC/DC inverter right behind the module itself on the roof. So technically, you're converting AC to DC right there. And so what happens is that as this module lays down, the inverter is right on the railings. You connect with the MC connectors, you connect right into this inverter that's right there, and then this has another wire that comes out of it that just runs AC right out. So these are also connected in series through a trunk line. Now, as you notice, instead of DC power going out, there's AC power going out here, and then it goes to a junction box. I don't have an inverter because the inverters are here. It goes straight to a disconnect, a metering system, and then goes right into your panel. Now, you may wonder, why would someone do something like this versus something like this, right? Cost is pretty much the same, but one reason is people don't like seeing this big fat inverter in their garage. They just want to keep it really simple, so they just want, you know, the inverters on the roof, and then as the power goes down, it goes to an outside disconnect, and an outside meter, and it goes right into the panel. So this stuff here is all on the outside. But this inverter here is normally installed into the garage. One other best feature for having this Enphase is shading. And this is where system designing comes into play in a huge, humongous way. If you do like a string system here, if I shade this module right here about 20%, right? What happens is this whole string gets affected. Not just this one module, the whole string does. And so that's why, you know, if you're in a high shaded area, you may want to use Enphase, because Enphase, if you just shade this particular module, you're only affecting it. You're not affecting the whole ray. So if you're spending $25,000 on a system, you want to just make sure that, you know, you get the most production. So if you have a lot of shading on where it's at, it all plays a part in the design. And we have a system called a solar pathfinder, where we actually come, well, you can actually purchase this yourself. It's called the solar pathfinder. It's a device that actually you stick down on the ground, and it has like a dome on it, and you stick it on the ground, and either during the day or during the night, you can look down on it, and it has a chart. And this chart tells you exactly whatever structures are around the area, what time it will shade it, what month it will shade it, and it tells you everything, and it's just a very simple device. In fact, I have it in my car, and you know, when I'm done, I'll just bring it out here so you all can just look